Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with a new Minecraft New Adventures episode 32. Also, don't ask me half the time when I go to say Minecraft New Adventures I started, because every time I go to say Minecraft, it's like Minecraft. I go to try, like my brain automatically goes to say Minecraft Quest, because again, 4 years. Potentially 5, actually. But yeah, guys, we're back with another episode of New Adventures, episode 32, and I think I might have a problem, guys. So, if any of you watch if any of you scroll on TikTok or anything to do with TikTok, watch videos on there or anything, you've more likely come across a movie called K-pop Demon Hunters. More specifically, songs, sketches, everything to do with the movie. Now, if you have, then you'll know exactly where I'm going to go with what I'm about to say. Now, I saw these yesterday. I think I've seen them for the last couple of days. But we're jumping in the pool and sleep. I've also got a tiny bit more gunpowder. But yeah, so you know exactly where I'm going with this. So I was like, okay, I wonder what it is. So I was like, I presumed at the time it was a show. Looking at it now, and it's like, hold on, no, why the hell was I thinking a show? I don't know why. So I was like, so I checked I checked an anime place like almost everyone knows about called Crunchyroll. Checked that, no. Okay, so I checked Google. Turns out it's on Netflix and it's just a movie. Here comes the problem. I saw it yesterday and I was like, oh, okay, this is really cool, because I wanted to see what it was, and I did like some of the songs. Now, do I at all like any K-pop songs? It's typically not my genre of songs. Like, bands that I typically listen to are things like Skillet and like Monster, Rise, Legends Never Die. Sort of songs like that is what I typically listen to. Like, Just a Little Bit Faster is one of my favourites. And Monster is also another favourite, so why in God's green earth have I then become obsessed with a K-pop movie? Like, I was speaking to Lord Ridian last night, and he's like, from what I've been told, unless you like that type of music, you're not going to like the movie. And it's like, okay, probably not going to like the movie. I'll check it out, watch it, because I've been... When the hell did that happen? You know, I can stay. So I was like, you know what, I'll check the movie, see what it's about, and yeah, it's a really good... See, I'm saying it because I typically will in general, but like, it is a really good movie. Now, guys, I know I tend to say, oh, this is a really good movie. We're quickly going to pop to the nether and explode a few things. But, like, I know I tend to, but, like, at the minute, I'm only watching movies that are great. Like, it was fast-paced, it kept up the action, it kept my attention, it was a really great movie. That I've now seen twice in the space of 12 hours. Because, guys, I watched that movie at what? I started watching it at some point at 1, didn't go to sleep until 3. I think I stayed up for an additional 10, 20 minutes. I think I might have finished it just after 2:30, I think. I then watched it early... Like, was it earlier? Yeah, I then watched it earlier, and it's like, am I obsessed? So guys, it's not the first time that this has happened that I've been really like into like a movie, because another one, I was about to say, I just need to double check Netflix to remember what it's called, but it's like, no, hold on, another movie that I then saw, which I don't know where, like, I'm not obsessed anymore with it, was a movie called Purple Heart, and it's basically about these two strangers that, quite frankly, couldn't give a shit about each other, but then end up falling in love. And granted, Both K-pop Demon Hunters and Purple Heart, not my typical franchise. Give me any day of the week, Batman and Superman, you know, trying to kill each other over some soppy romance movie any day of the week. But I might have an explanation for both. See, for Purple Heart, was it early this year or was it last year? Is it either last year or early this year? Honestly, can't remember. Ooh, too far. But when I was watching Purple Heart, either that end of last year, early this year, I honestly can't remember. I was ill for about a week and couldn't really do much for a week. We'll go 2 more. I'm trying to line it up with that, but still have a tiny bit of space at the back, so that's why I'm gonna go 1, 2. But I was ill for like a week, couldn't really do much. I was in pain anytime I went to. I think it was like anytime I went to move, but I don't know whether that was the first. Like, there's been 2 points over the last couple of years I've been ill and basically not been able to do much. But like, I spent a week. Basically spent a week not being able to do much, and during that week, twice a day for 4 days straight, I watched Purple Heart. Now, I saw it once, I was like, okay, really good movie. I might watch it again later. I was like, okay, I'm really interested watching. Yeah, this went on for another 4 days. Since then, I've seen it once more to make 9. And at the minute, I'm kind of like, do I want to rewatch it again? I've literally just need to pop back to get something to light it. So I doubt I'm going to be able to get gas all the way down there. And I don't fancy getting Hook Fang all the way down there. I don't know why I didn't think to grab the buttons. But I was ill. For the K-pop Demon Hunter thing, I think it's just for a fact of every now and then, some songs I'll be like, okay, this is really cool and it's like really catchy. It's got like it's keeping my pace and like it's keeping my attention and all that lot. So because of like constantly hearing them all over TikTok for like a solid couple days, because I'm pretty sure I heard them for a solid couple days. Turns out the film had been out since the 20th of last month. How the hell have I not heard about it before now? It's been almost a month. Like, guys, date-wise, it's the 17th. I saw the film on the 16th. So how on earth, like, I don't even know. But yeah, guys, like, I don't know how a film that, if you literally told, like, if you'd pointed out to the fact, well, there's this really cool film, it's about these people, it's about these K-pop artists that fight demons, I probably been like, so there's a lot of K-pop music in it. Yeah. I'll pass. When something starts to bug me, I constantly hear a lot, like, guys, I'm still seeing a lot of stuff to do with it on TikTok. Fuck, you really should not be here. So it caught my attention and I ended up watching it. Now, because it was late, like, I don't know whether it's because of, like, I've seen it twice within the space of, like, because I saw it last night at, like, 1, I think it was just after 1 o'clock. I think it's like 10 past, 20 past 1. Not 100% sure on the time. And then I went to sleep about 3 UK time-wise. But because I was like kind of tired and I just wanted to watch the full film, I wanted to get to like near points, and there were certain points where I did skip through. Now, guys, I do tend to do this when I've seen something a few times. So I skipped through some of it, and it's like I thought earlier was like because I had a spare couple hours. It's like, you know, I'll actually properly watch it this time. No skipping, nothing, and it's like, why am I now in the mood again to rewatch the film? I need help, please. But like all seriousness, I do think it is an overall great movie, and why the film does 100% advertise who's made it, I didn't realize until rewatching it until this morning when I've saw stuff again on TikTok about it. I seriously get nothing from this. Damn it. Again, I went and did that because it's like, okay, what to do today? What to do today? What to do today? It's like, you know what? I'll go get some resources. So it's going to be more of a, I need to get stuff for next week. Let's do it now. So, but yeah, so guys, overall, I do really think the movie is a good movie, and I would recommend it to people who either A, don't mind new experiences, or B, do actually like that type of music. Because again, some of my favourite songs from the movie were things like "Take 'Em Down," which is more of an aggressive song. What it sounds like the song at the very end by Huntrix, which is a case of the song that they wanted to do for like the big award show, but they didn't. Golden, which is taking over at the minute. Like apparently Netflix nominated that for an award. I can't remember what award though. That's taken over. How It's Done is also a song at the very beginning that I do think is kind of cool. See, guys, the one thing that they've managed to do, which is surprising for me, is points where I thought I'd be like, huh. They then chuck something random and bonkers at you. It's like there's a literal scene in the movie, like, spoiler alert, but scene in the movie where the Huntrix group are literally just going out to help with a problem from Rune? From the lead singers, cause, like, it's R-U-M-E, Rooney? I'm saying Rooney, I don't know whether it's correct, to help her singing, and they bump, and like, I thought, okay, it'd just be a typical boring shopping trip. They then chuck a demon boy band into it to spice shit up. It's like, oh, so that's how this stuff's gonna go. Not, let's have a nice peaceful time. Let's just enjoy some shopping. No, we're gonna chuck a rival demon band at you, and you know you're gonna be really annoyed at it. Now, where's Chili Spice? But yeah, guys, I did really like the movie. It's just a case of why the hell am I addicted to wanting to watch it? See, guys, the reason for that probably is more likely is I go through phases where if I've seen something that I really enjoyed, for instance, the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie, I watched that a couple weeks ago from now, and I was like, okay, I really want to watch this again and again, because at the time I didn't really have nothing to watch. So I started rewatching Invincible from beginning to end, which really isn't that long, because there's 8 episodes in each episode, which if you take it down to 20-minute episodes, that's only 16. Then if you take them down to 10-minute episodes, that's only 32. Also, it kind of helps when there's certain parts where it's like, yeah, I know that back to front. I do not need to rewatch that. I know that back to... I know that. Okay, now what the hell happened to my very dark oak saplings? I've planted some. I don't know where on earth they are. None are over there. I'm presuming over here, but I don't know where. I swore down I planted some. Guys, I did last stream, right? Like, I'm not overthinking this. Is that a dark oak tree and it's just really big? No, that's oak and that's been there for a while. Guys, am I losing the plot? But yeah, guys, when I've basically got nothing to watch or nothing that intrigues me to watch, I then start basically obsessing with whatever last good thing I watched that interested me. So after I saw the How to Train Your Dragon movie, it was that, but obviously I wasn't going to go back and repay to watch the same movie again when, in reality, because of how good it's done in cinemas and because of how good it is and because it's a live action version of a movie that's already out that you can already... Some people might be able to watch it on Netflix. In the UK, ITVX is the simplest place, but in reality, DVDs. Like, I've seen it on ITVX, mainly because I forgot. I was an idiot, and years ago I went and bought 1, 2, and 3, Race Riders and Defenders of Berk, and then Race to the Edge, all on DVD. Saplings. Yeah, I did, because I had like 11. Where on God's green earth are they? Guys, I'm telling you now, this episode's 100% going to be a case of... Why the hell do I feel like like I've walked past them 500 times? Like, it's 100% just going to be a case of... The one time people would literally could make a case of... Tigress looking for something, can't find it. Right in front of him, still can't find it. Okay, there's those. So I'm presuming it's just a case that they haven't grown yet. I'm seriously questioning my insanity today, guys. Also, guys, if you are new around here, please like and subscribe. You get to watch me seriously freak out about really pointless stuff and stuff that's probably everyone saw about 2 minutes ago. But getting back to the conversation of me being obsessed with stuff that I probably shouldn't be. Although that makes it sound worse than it actually is. Guys, when Invincible Season 1 first came out, because of how much I liked Season 1, I binge watched that more than once. I went through that a lot, to a point of now, when I rewatch it, I have to skip a few episodes, or I have to wind forward through a few, because just for the simple fact of I know it way too well. Like the big battle at the end of Season 1 where Omni-Man's like, think, Mark, think. You'll outlive all these pathetic people. I don't even think it's pathetic. But like... Although, speaking of Invincible, I am intrigued to see where they go with Season 4. Before anyone says it'll just be based off the issue of the comic of the comic, and it's like, no, they confirm they're going in a different way, which is why when anyone did start speaking, it's like, kind of not a spoiler alert here, but I'll say one anyway. I'll give a warning anyway, and then just mention what happens in the comic. I think I might need 2-3 stacks of Dark Oak. But yeah, guys, when I start getting the case of rewatching stuff and slightly get a bit obsessed with something, yeah, I definitely know I should probably take a break. Like, because there's not been any games that have intrigued me at the minute, like, I've done days for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Overwatch. Like, at the minute, there's like 5 games that I am playing. Genshin Impact, dailies. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, dailies. Overwatch 2, dailies. Minecraft, streams. Overwatch 2, again, for stream/dailies, but Marvel Rivals, dailies. But like, Genshin Rivals, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, Minecraft, stream. That's 3 games for streams. Overwatch again for dailies, same with Genshin and Master, that's 6. I've then got back into playing on Minecraft, or not Minecraft, Ark Survival Ascended on Lord Meridian server. That's basically been the only game I've been playing in my free time. Which is why a lot of side work that I probably could have done hasn't been getting done. Although granted, I did say it's because I was really close to... See, the one thing I like about New Adventures, I try to basically go within, like, start a stream, like, before planning anything, because I basically don't, actually. No, basically, I don't. Like, there's the odd, actually, no, basically, because, like, the Giant Dragon, like, stables, that I've kind of got a rough idea and how long that's going to take and all that lot, and will it? I have no idea. I'm going to go grab the other 2 saplings that I've actually got. But, like, I've got a rough idea how, like, the stable, like, just building, like, the door from the front part of it, that's probably going to take me probably about a stream. Actually, 100%, because I probably will just be messing around with it until I like it. I do need more Dark Oak saplings, and I wish I had more. Also, guys, anyone who is wondering whether there will be streams, content, or anything tomorrow, there won't be. Basically, last 2 Fridays is basically any additional content that comes on for Fridays will just be coming under the case of I've had free time, or I've had time, or I've been in the mood to film additional content, or I've had additional time. Like, Thursdays are typically when I'm in the mood to like, stream or film. And the last 2 Thursdays, I was able to stream New Adventures basically during the afternoon. A good full 5-6 hours before I normally do anyway. Like that's been getting streamed to like 2 o'clock like last couple of weeks. But like this week, I've not had the chance. It also doesn't help the fact that I've had to chase one pain in the ass. Basically, guys, in a PlayStation group chat, one person left. I'm not going into details because it's people's private business and I don't know the full story myself anyway. And I wouldn't anyway. One person left. And trying to get hold of them, that wasn't working out. And after ignoring 3 of my messages, one asking are they okay, 2 others not even associated with the fact of well-being, I then got a response. Which I don't know whether I should be surprised or intrigued. Part of me wants to go with intrigue. Now, why the hell can I not find where the saplings are? Why am I this blind? Now, I am going to let these saplings... Apparently, it doesn't make a difference. I'm not completely believing that it doesn't. Like, by breaking saplings, apparently it literally makes no difference compared to if you naturally let them fall. I don't 100% know. I think the game developers themselves, Mojang themselves, said, I don't know whether it was just on for Java Edition or whether it's for both Java and Bedrock, because guys, there is 2 versions of Minecraft that are very similar, not 100% identical. Now, the reason they're both not exactly identical, Java has a couple features that Bedrock doesn't, and one of those being, one being that I'm happy that we don't, another being I wish we had, but the one that I'm happy that we don't have is the 1.9 combat. And if anyone knows what, by me just saying 1.9 combat, you'll be like, oh, that. Basically, it was like, I think it was 1.9, it might be 1.8. I think it was 1.9, I'm saying 1.9. If I'm wrong, correct me. But because of that, Minecraft for Java then changed from being able to go and literally just go whack, 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 whack to go in whack 1, whack 2, whack 3. Like, you had to be a lot smarter with how, like, you were whacking, like, how you were, like, doing melee and all that lot. So, because of that, you had to basically not completely go in and do... Which is why if you see any Minecraft hardcore YouTubers that play Java Edition, or it is called Java Edition, you may as well say PC Edition. It's like when saying Bedrock Edition, it's technically not Console Edition. See, the reason I find it annoying, the fact that Java Edition isn't just called PC Edition, because years ago, back when you had PS4 Edition, PS5 Edition, like, back years ago you had the PS3 Edition, PS4 Edition, Xbox One Edition, Xbox 360 Edition, PC Edition. I'm happy they unified it all under Bedrock Edition, but Java Edition still existed, which is the PC Edition. Now, why I do wish that Java Edition was available on consoles, and it might one day, I probably would still just carry on playing Bedrock because it's what I'm used to. Keyword being, I am used to playing this version of Minecraft. Besides, it'd be a lot more annoying to switch back and forward. Like, I'd want to try it out, but it would be a lot more annoying. Plus, I'm pretty sure now, if I go into game now, difficulty, I'm pretty sure if I was to start up a new world, it'd give me the option for hardcore. Because I have seen a YouTuber, SP737 in this case, do Bedrock Edition hardcore. I think he's done a couple videos on it. The reason I won't ever do hardcore Minecraft, I know I'll get to a point in the stream, in the video, and be like, okay, I can slightly relax, I'm safe, and something random and annoying will kill me. I don't play Minecraft up to the point of being like, avoid that, be careful of that. I play it a case of, if I die, I die. I have to keep inventory on for the sake of, I like not take it serious. I like not taking the game seriously. And because of the fact that I like not taking this game seriously, I don't like being put into stressful situations where I've now got to start panicking on live or die situations when in reality the game should just be fun. I get, like, I'm not saying hardcore Minecraft shouldn't exist or different versions of the game shouldn't exist. People are going to want challenges, and no one's going to want to play basic Minecraft forever. which is why New Adventures is not just basic vanilla Minecraft. It has add-ons, it has mods installed. Guys, I don't play Ark Survival Ascended anymore with basic stuff. I don't think I've ever played it with basic stuff. I'm pretty sure as soon as I find out, wait, we can have mods, I instantly went and added like 20. No, just to remember. But yeah, so I basically don't, like, for the most part, like Quest, if I ever bring that back, and I do have a plan. Now that I'm back to doing content, there will be probably a Christmas related content. There probably will be a Christmas video, and it probably will just be will be on Quest. Granted, 5 months away. I'm gonna mention it now. Yeah, so for that week, the Monday the 22nd and Monday 23rd of December. Granted, these things might change. This is just roughly what I'm thinking of now. Things might change along the line. I don't know. I'm not going to 100% say and commit to something where I might not. At the minute, the 22nd and 23rd will be New Adventures and Overwatch. Unless I start playing some sort of new series by then, which in that case, Overwatch and Rivals will then take a step back and potentially come additional streams, or additional videos for, say, Sundays or Wednesdays. Oh, that's back. Hold on, that's those two happens that I used to get back. The 24th will then just be Christmas Eve, which I probably won't. Unless I do think at the time it's like, I will do the episode for New Adventure would be Christmas Day a day earlier, and do it that way. But again, I doubt it. There'll be a video for the Thursday, which is Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day. There probably will be something. New Adventures that week for that Thursday will either be the 24th or 26th. I highly doubt I will willingly be like, hey guys, it's Christmas Day, I'm streaming tonight. Plus, guys, I'm 22. I don't spend my birthdays with no alcohol in my system. What makes you think I'm spending Christmas without alcohol in my system? Plus, Christmas I'm weirdly, like, guys, I'm like the worst person to basically have around Christmas, because, guys, I've more than once had to be reminded for the fact of, like, I'm old enough to know things like Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus might just be missed. And I'm sorry if anyone's watching this. Guys, hold on. If any of you are young enough and watching this, please click off it for like 5 minutes. But like, I know about like I'm old enough to know all about that. But at the time, my nephew and niece might not have been. So every single Christmas, I'd get told, "Don't spoil it for them. They're still kids." Back then, I was what, 15? 14 to 15. But yeah, guys, so for that week, it will 100% depend. Because if I do, like, that week, it's going to be a case of if I do decide to do a stream on Christmas, which I doubt, I will then just do the additional video for that Friday and then just have a long weekend. I've said it before and I will continue to say it. Jesus Christ. If it works out that I don't have that I'm available for Fridays, The Saturday streams get put to Friday. I then have a long weekend. And the only reason I don't stream on Fridays, guys, is I get back, and so technically speaking, I could probably stream like half 11. Or I could probably stream some Overwatch and just do my dailies in between it. You have no idea how knackered I come back from. Guys, bear in mind, I've basically done nothing. I will go and cut down that tree just because it has regrown. Guys, basically, games nights, I sit, like, we all sit and basically talk, joke, laugh, and play D&D. So, how the hell do I come back as if I've been... I kind of want to say being out drinking, but it's like, hold on, no, wait a minute. I go there and I end up wishing I had taken a drink with me. Because, guys, there were some times where, like, see, guys, Driver Scotty is a very questionable person. He is, like, one of the only people who I know who has chosen to never touch alcohol. Which I seriously question. How the hell do you go through life? Because, guys, I know there's someone out there that's probably, 12, 13, that, nicks, some of their dad's beers, some of their mum's wine, or some cans or drinks off their older siblings. And if you are one of those people, shame on you. But if you're also one of those people, good for you. Now, I never had to do that because I was always treated as a case of, I don't want him going behind my back and doing it, so I'd rather give him the drink in the first place, which I like. Like, I 100% don't ever plan to have kids because I don't have parental instincts. Like, I wouldn't want to bring a kid up in this world. So for some God knows mistake, and 100% saying I'm drunk, because I'd be surprised if I'd willingly do it. If I do somehow end up having kids in the future, I'd have the same mindset of, yeah, old enough to know right from wrong, you can have a can. Because at the end of the day, like, some kids might not be 18 when they first have the first sip of alcohol, I do think parental judgment should be put into place. That is a nice selection. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. I don't actually know. Because again, I don't have a full plan for this. Also, happy 300th day of surviving. Again, for the most part, days don't really make a difference. Like, actually, I'm going to double check see if there are any more. For the most part, days do not make a difference. I have the day counter up just so people can go, okay, so it's day 300 now. He's done what, by 20 days worth of work? Plus, it is then really useful for when people do go and start saying, did you actually do this, or... Okay, that tree's never getting cut down, yeah, maybe. It's like, guys, there was a decent period of time in between all this. At some point, whether you're gonna trust whether it was or not. So that's one spare and another set of 4, which I could plant. I'm not going to. Because with dark oak, all you really do need is like 1 tree, because with some bone meal and this, I've managed to get that, and I've got all that on streams. Multiple, because I did start getting some last week. No, this week. Going to saying last week if it's not Thursday already. Also, guys, if anyone is wondering why it's like, hold on, wait a minute, he's streaming at his normal times today? What's happened? I've not been abandoned, I'm not alone, I'm not a loner. Just no one's got a party set up at the minute and no one's online. the one who I regularly speak to is online. Because, guys, I know from the fact of having an Xbox, I know from the fact of having a PlayStation, you'll get random people you willingly just had as friends. Just because you don't want to seem such a loner. And it's like, yeah, I totally know this person. Please, but where did you meet them? Overwatch. You met some random and got them on your friend list and you met them in Overwatch? Yes. Question your mentality. I seriously do. But yeah, almost everyone does. I had like 3 or 4 people back when I played Xbox a good bit. I still do. I still have my Xbox accounts and all that lot. Like, I'm looking at my Xbox One right now. I can see it from here. Also, guys, I've seen both Xbox One and PlayStation 5 up close now. Because Wolfish just so happened to have bought an Xbox One. And yeah, I still agree with the choice I made. Guys, there's like, with new consoles, there's always going to be a case of what do you prefer. And at the time it was, do you prefer a Wi-Fi router or I think it was a fridge, what people are calling the Xbox X. And I like both. I think they're both cool. I kind of like the PS5 a tiny bit more. Because of one simple reason. Anytime I buy a console, I like making it unique in some form or fashion. My Gears of War console, my 360, which is what set this pattern of... My Gears of War 360 was unique. I wanted to get another similar, like, Xbox One, and while there was a Gears of War Xbox One, I didn't buy it. Aww. Am I actually going to have to let berry bushes kill me? Also, I don't know whether I should just upgrade this pen and make it the fox pen, or whether... I forgot there were 2 of them. I'll take the armor off just because it's already half broken. But yeah, guys, the reason I never do end videos like this is because, quite frankly, you can't see it. Although it does look really cool, but I question this, like, essentially giant-ass pouch thing at the front. The only thing I can think of similar in the How to Train Your Dragon in the 3rd movie is Meatlug had a pouch, not Meatlug, Fish Legs had a pouch to carry a little baby Gronkle, which I cannot remember its name. Take a stack of bread. I'm not gonna get a stack of bread. I'll get like, yeah, okay, it's better than I thought. Also, guys, while I'm here, let me know whether you think I should take those pumpkins down. Because I forget that they're up there. Because when I am doing stuff out of stream, for stream, I'm barely near my house. I'm not gonna harvest everything, no. Yeah, I'm not gonna harvest anything, I'm only gonna go and do this. enough to do 2 full rows. Just because, like, I'd already planted one, so take that as a planted one. But that's nice the fact I had enough to do 2 full rows. I'm not going to go in a sugarcane, like, I'm going to let those fully grow before I do, and my pickaxe, no, my hatchet is about to, my axe is about to break. Just because I know people would be like, Tigris, it's not a hatchet, it's an axe, there's a difference. I know there's a difference, but half the time, video games treat them as if they're identical. Like, seriously, you put an axe into Minecraft, you'll be doing the exact same thing the hatchet does. Getting your wood. Also, guys, at some point, I probably will do something like a video basically showing off some parts of the Ark, like the stuff I've built on Ark. But for right now, considering the fact that it's not that much, and I do still want to do a few more things, and I do still need to replace a team. Guys, there's one thing that I've slightly been, not salty about, but slightly been, why game? I've had 4 creatures die in survivors on Ragnarok so far. Sharptooth the Sabertooth. Yes, it was a case of because of it, the Sabertooth and had sharp teeth. Canary the... Canary the not Archer. Canary the giant ugly bird, because I can't think what it's called. It has feathers. You need to get to level 2 to unlock its saddle. I cannot think what it's called. It'll come to me in 30 seconds. Razor, another Sabertooth that I got because Sharptooth died and I wanted somewhere to get around on foot. That didn't mean risking my 2 pairs of raptors, because if I ever want to do caves and get some really good raptors, because it's basically one of the only creature I've got that can do it on foot. And then Pyro, my Pyro main. Now, I'm not salty about the, like, Canary's death was a bit, I'm slightly am, because she was cool, she was badass, she killed a few good and strong, kind of strong things. Like, she pulled her weight. Argent, that's the word, Argentavis. She was an Argentavis. That was bugging me. And then Razor lost because I was kind of being stupid. See, Razor, which I think was a female, I honestly can't remember. I want to say male, but I'm pretty sure it was female. Honestly, I can't remember. I took up to get back to where my stuff was because I died up in the volcano region, trying to tame a Pyromane. Thankfully, my bird that because guys, my typical thing when it comes to Argents, get 2, breed, and then have a third that I use for everything. Because if that third then dies, I'm then not thinking, oh my god, I now need to go and tame another Argent. Now, unless you have a good knockout rifle and darts, they can be slightly annoying. Because a good level 1 with a good rifle and some darts, 3-4 shots. A standard crossbow with trank arrows, you're gonna be there for about 5-10 minutes. And while the thing tries to kill you. I learned it was kind of simple to do on the back of a Triceratops. Although, funny story about Sharptooth, when I tried to knock out the Sabertooth, I had my Triceratops using, because it was basically the only thing that was good to get around that would stand its ground slightly anyway. That goddamn Sabertooth made me play chase. It made me run one end to another, back up, and 360 no-scope stuff. It got annoying. But the thing I am slightly annoyed about is my Pyro main. She was called Pyro. Obvious, I know, I don't care. It was, I was like, Pyro, I really like the name. So, I brought her back to my base yesterday. I'd only recently tamed her, being yesterday. And if you've not, like, got the, like, it's granted, it's a paid add-on, it's up for discussion. I think they're really cool, and I think they're worth it. Now, on Ragnarok, considering how much it rains, they're the very easiest things in the world to tame. Apparently, I've never seen them on Scorched Earth. Apparently, they are on Scorched Earth near the Wyvern Trench or in the Wyvern Trench. But I'd like to see anyone try and tame one on Scorched Earth, considering you need to drench. I find you basically need to go better way to show it. Any of you seen the How to Train Your Dragon movie, the 2025 live action or the original, where Gobber's going, the hideous Zipperback has two heads, one to spit the gas, one to ignite it. Make sure you get the right one, and then they've got buckets trying to chuck it over the right head. Yeah, that is basically what you need to do. Chuck some water over and get it damp. Because when it's raining on Ragnarok, which is why that's the easiest map to tame them, they're the easiest things in the world. You wait till it's raining, you do a bit of damage. I was doing this with a Rex in the end because it seemed to be the most effective. I had an Argent called Rhodes on standby just because there's the odd time it would go wrong. The odd time. Where I'd get off too soon, couldn't get back, and the thing slaughtered me. But then you need to go around getting stuff and essentially taming it, typical Pyromain stuff taming. By getting the heat monitor, I think it's up, the bottom bar all the way up to the top, then you'd know it's tamed. When it pops up and gives you an option to name. So I spent days, and I mean days. There was getting up there, there was building a base up there so I could have respawn all that lot, there was all of that. That took me a couple days. I tamed one. I jumped onto the server earlier to see what was going on. I was like, hold on, where the hell is my Pyromain? So it's like, oh, please don't tell me. So I checked and it's like, she starved to death. Goddamn, Pyromain starved to death. Then there's me thinking, hold on, wait a minute, didn't I think I've... Now I think at the time I was thinking, sure, I think, and say, no, turns out, no, I really had let my own Pyromain starve to death because I couldn't be asked to feed it. Guys, I'm not a bad creature owner. 4 creatures deaths don't prove anything. What is technically bad is the fact that I'm pretty sure my T-Rex then ended up eating the thing. And in my defense, which is the reason why I'd never do and sing on Ark, where it's like, if I die, the series ends. I have a keep inventory mod added on for Ark, because if I die in a stupid place, I can get back to my base. Same with a mod called Dino Deport, which is basically a Pokeball mod. It's so much more better than cryopods. But yeah, I have both of those. The reason it's better is because if you get too far from your creature, you can just shoot it with a rifle and be like, ha. So, after spending hours taming a Pyromain, it starved to death, and I'm in the middle of trying to tame a new one. Guys, bear in mind, this wasn't a high level and it was a bit of a pain. It was like 50, 60. The thing was almost at 100 after the amount of levels I managed to get into it. But the reason that I'm not a bad owner, and the reason I shouldn't be judged, is anytime I do die on Ark and I'm close enough to my creatures, I have 2 raptors called Tech and Artemis. They're names that I used originally when I started playing Ark, so they're names I use now. Then a Rex called Queen, because that thing slays everything and rolls over like an iron fist half the time. Those 3. Plus, then I'm presuming the Pyromain would also join in when it was still alive. Plus, then the Sabertooths willingly would then go to my body and be like, oh, lunch. I'd get back and there'd be like 3, 4 creatures just hobbled up right next to where my dead body was, and just about being like, here's your stuff. Although, considering I've checked time and how long I've been streaming, this would have been a great night to stream something that for like 2 or 3 hours. But New Adventures is quick. Which is why I love streaming New Adventures. Because if I'm not in the mood or don't have a lot of time, now I can basically go, guys, this will be a short New Adventures episode. Also, I technically owe you an apology for something that didn't happen, that I never said would happen, but I was going to. Basically, guys, last night I was like, you know what, I'm in the mood to stream. Not completely, but I was like, you know what, I'll stream. I still technically will make a stream I'll stream. I was going to stream some Overwatch. But then I realised, hold on. It's like 11:30. By the time I get done, it'd be 12:30. And a Jolteon outbreak in Pokemon Violet would no longer be there. And I want to get a shiny Jolteon. Now, guys, the reason I wanted a shiny Jolteon was because I was fed up of having, not completely, but like I wanted a Pokemon that didn't also have a 4 times weakness to ground. Now, I love Toxtricity, I think it's really cool, and its shiny is also really cool. But when I can choose a fast attack and electric type, which Jolteon still might end up getting replaced because Lycanroc is my boy, and I always have Thunderfang on him. Granted, it is weak and kind of pathetic, but I'd like having the coverage. And someday you chickens will prove me wrong, right? Starting to question why I didn't just put gates. But it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Then they'd be right at the gates doing what the foxes are doing. Although, I really literally just put this together, which don't know why it's taking me so long. If any of you did see any streams I did on Twitch when I was last on Ark, on the island map, I had an Argent and that called Canary too. Again, it's a typical name I use for Argents. Black Canary is like one of my favourite characters in DC, so literal being a bird of prey, Argentavises are literal birds of prey. They hunt down their prey and, kill them. But both times that I've named a bird on Ark when I've been on a server, both times the bird has died. Because guys, I have like a book essentially. I have like a list of names. Like Raptors, my first two decent level ones are usually Artemis and Tech. Used to be Slasher. I like Tech more now. And then Argents, I've usually like my male female, usually Canary Archer. But recently it's had to be Canary and Dove. No, Dove and Archer, because Canary died, but he died the last 2 times before I've got an Archer. Because normally when I'm on my own world, I try and get 2 Argents at a very similar time to then breed. But when you're on a server with other people, a lot of the times you're thinking, I've got more limited resources, I need to be more prepared. And the reason why you typically think I've limited, like, when you're playing by yourself, you don't necessarily need to worry about some random person coming up to your base and gassing you. And yes, Lord Viridian has done that before now. Granted, I've technically done worse. Me and Blue Ninja back on Survival Evolved. Being Amanda Gassing was also on Survival Evolved. Broke into his base after we had a war about not breaking into people's bases, and granted, I didn't nick nothing, and I was just part of that. Granted, the only thing you can charge me with being an accomplice. But yeah. So, guys, if you don't, you wouldn't know this, but Lord Radiant Points is a pro on Ark. He's a sneaky demon at points. I know what Toothless wants. He wants a flight. You know, we've got 5 minutes. We can go for a flight. Also, just remembering now, I've got like 3 different thumbnails that I do need to do thumbnails for. Like, there's Mondays which I completely forgot about. There were Tuesdays that I then also completely forgot and then remembered during streaming on Tuesday. Because typically, guys, what happens is, an hour or 2 later after I finish streaming, because I usually end up speaking to people right after, so right usually before I go to sleep, usually like an hour or so beforehand, I will then work on the thumbnail. Unless it's for a video, which in that case I then private and then do it that way because it's basically the easiest way. Like going forward, videos probably will just be scheduled. But a farm I've not been at since I've fully finished the chicken farm is my iron farm. I know it's going to be pointless to tell you to sit. Is there even anything here? Yeah, poppies and string. Now, guys, the string comes from a very not great source. And when I told someone who I know who likes cats, she did give me a case of, what look? Although I'm pretty sure it was, I want to burn you alive look. But in her case, well, I'm welcome to try. She won't. She's like 5'3" and is like skinny as anything. So for someone who is 6 foot something, I think I'm 6'1", maybe 6'2". I know I'm at least 6 foot. I don't know how like far into the 6 foot, because I've got I know like Blue Ninja. He's I think like either like 5'11" or like 6 foot, but I think he is like 6 foot. I'm like I think I'm like an inch taller than him, or I'm just slightly taller than him. So I probably would say I'm about like 6'1". When people do ask, I usually say I'm like 6 foot something. Also, the reason why I fly like this, you get a lot more better view compared to like this. You just get like this, you get both, man. Like you get the forwards, you get the backwards. Like you get a bit more of a better view. But guys, something I do kind of find funny is when someone who's barely 5 foot, or like just small in general, decides to go to someone who's like tall, and it's like the things I would do to you, and it's like, yeah, this is way too funny not to laugh. Oh, that's starting to grow back over. Is this a swampy area? The grass looks a bit darker. But I don't know why, but I always do find it funny. Now, for anyone does ask, am I going to go and rewatch K-pop Demon Hunters for the 3rd time? Yes. Again, I don't know why. I'm obsessed with the show at the minute. See, guys, what is 100% not helping? It's because it's not necessarily just TikTok, it's also YouTube Shorts. But, like, a lot of things I'm seeing on Shorts. TikTok I'm seeing a lot to do with the movie. Shorts I've seen a good bit with. Now, have I helped my own situation by Googling it? Probably not. I'm assuming what's happened is because I Googled the movie, I'm assuming now, I'm getting shown stuff to do with the movie. Slightly funny if it is. Also, guys, if you did hear what that squeak was, it was my bottle. Basically, I have like a metal bottle. But because I'm the only one who drinks from it, I don't properly, like... I'm bad for doing it, but, like, I don't completely want... Like, I rinse it out whenever I do, like, put some, like, new stuff into it. But it's been a while since I've essentially completely, like, soapy watered a lot. But at the end of the day, it's because I'm the only one who uses it. Like, anything else, like, mugs, plates, that a lot, I properly wash. My own ball, yeah, like, 100% could be better. Now, a question I want to know Can I get a dragon all the way down to the bottom? Now, can I walk all the way over to find out? Yes. Am I going to? Toothless, we're going for another flight. Except you might not like this one. No, you can't. I know why. Toothless is even laughing. Did you find funny me falling down a spiral staircase that was my own design? Although something funny I do kind of find funny now is, like, before episode 100, not 100, before, like, episode 20, I was like, once I get stuff, I will use that, I will use the mine and stuff, and I'll, like, properly look into it. I don't know if it was because of the fact that I did miniature look into it through not so less methods. I wanted to find out it was because I never used it before, so yes, I did use Scrape to get a few things from it. And that was the blocks. The literal drills. That was all. I did it all on stream so you saw what was taken. If I ever do access Creative, it is on stream. Unless, like, this is a very much unless. If I was doing a massive project that I wanted to use some very specific blocks so that weren't going to be easy to get, then yes, I would. Which is why anything to do with the chicken farm, I had when I did that all via stream. Like, everything that was showing. I was not taking the risk for that one. Because I know what you lot are like. You'd 100% be like, did you actually? Although granted, very tempting to do it. But it's like, no, I've got an iron farm now. I don't need to. See, that's 8 eggs since I've checked. You stupid chickens. See, the pen's not even that big. See, I can tell you now, once there does become like 20 chickens in there, I had that deadly net started walking funny after I mentioned chicken. Chicken. It's looking for chickens. It can smell mine. Like, how many chickens are in here? 3, 5, 8. That son of a... Not nice to say, right? In that case, I'm giving to myself 2 sacks of eggs. And when I said eggs, I don't mean spawn eggs. I do actually just mean chicken eggs. Which is why I say if I'm ever accessing creative, I'm doing it on stream. Annoyingly, technically possible. I might have to then go and put like all these around to give it some security. If I do, I will do it in between episodes. That's the reason why I'm not getting much eggs. I knew it wasn't because of my own chickens. Granted, if I had like a load of them, it wouldn't be too bad. But like I say, guys, 2 sacks got me like 4 baby chickens. Yeah, 4 baby chickens. which will just give me 8 chickens overall. It's not that bad. Although, I have streamed for longer than normal. See, I love watching villagers try to get into my house. What are you, a mason? Don't know why. I know it is technically mean on some sort of level. How the hell did I run out of Deadly Nada for Broncock Scales first? Deadly Nada is a 100% the next one that'll then get chucked into this little corner. Night Fuse will be the last. Basically, once I have 4 stacks of each of them complete, I will then basically go, no, don't need no more, avoid that one. But in all honesty, guys, I can't think of any. You know what? I'm gonna go say hello to the snowman. I should close my door. I look at my house, and from here, and it's like, yeah, I can see the 2 meanest things I've ever done to these villagers. First of all, build a house that they can't have access to. Second of all, build a farm that they can't have access to. Now, before anyone says, you've taken their living from them, they can't survive anymore, they won't have nothing to eat. Well, number 1. Number 2. And I'm like 10% sure that there's like a third up here. You've also got a pig pen. They'll live. I really don't. Now, could I have just built mine underground, just left theirs where they were? Yes. But again, I extended theirs in the first place. I feel bad for this iron golem. At some point, I might chuck a few around. Also, guys, before anyone does start mentioning stuff about James Gunn's Superman, yes, I know it is amazing. Have I seen it? No, but I know it's amazing. Have I not seen it? And do I think superhero movies should be held up to that standard from now on? Yes. Because, guys, comparing Henry Cavill, Superman, granted, nothing wrong with him, but I was saying to Lord Ridian yesterday, it's like, hold on, based on, like, what, Henry Cavill's, like, Superman was more, like, seemed to be a lot more violent than typical Superman, typical comic book Superman. Granted, there probably is a few issues where Superman is, like, I will beat you, you're not surviving this. I know there is one where Superman is essentially told by the government to tell Batman to stand the hell down and to piss off and suit him back up again. I think it's called Batman Year One. I think. Basically Batman in like his 60s, 70s. But yeah. Which is why I'm surprised we've not seen an Injustice. Like, I'd love Henry Cavill to come back and play in Injustice 2 Superman. Because Injustice 2 Superman is why you should never push Superman to his limits. Because he makes Batman look sane. Like, anyone who sort of pisses him off, he murders the Injustice... I say Injustice 2, the Injustice Superman. In the Injustice universe, Green Arrow is dead. He killed Ollie. We saw how in the animated movie they did a couple of years ago. And that's because Ollie shot an arrow that was meant for Clark. Clark deflected it and technically killed his father because of it. And then he laser beamed, Ollie. And then there is Shazam. Now, if anyone knows who Shazam is, or more specifically Billy Batson, you'll know he's like a 10-year-old. Yeah, Clark had no problem dealing with him on a permanent basis in the Injustice universe. Batman breaks, punches, beats, and puts you in a literal coma half the time and comes close to actually killing you. Superman says fuck you to all that and does actually kill you in the Injustice universe. Now, why did the Injustice Superman turn out like this? Because Joker said he was done playing on hard mode. He considers Batman hard mode. And he considers Clark Kent, Man of Steel, Superman, boy, you know, believes in the American way, easy mode. Now, the reason why I say superhero movie should be held up to what James Gunn did for Superman, from what I know from that movie, in that Superman's all, you know, like trying to protect people and trying to avoid violence where he can and not like for like being careful of everything and all that lot and like trying to seem like a good person, which is why a statement in Public Enemy #1, Batman and Superman, no, not Public, Batman Hush, where Bruce has to fight Clark, he just pulls out 2 knuckle dusters with kryptonite on it. It's like, deep down he's a good person, and deep down I'm not. Again, I'd love to see a live-action animated like Batman movie, not animated, live-action Injustice movie. Like, bring back like the Snyder people, the people that used for the Zack Snyder movie. Like, bring those actors back to play it, because like Henry Cavill wants to play Superman again, but James Gunn was going for a bit more of a younger Superman, which is fair enough. It's up to him how he wants to take the movie. I don't know. I'm jumping on my roof. But yes, guys, so that is going to be the end of stream. Just because if I carry on jumping on the roof, the roof's going to wire out. The arm is almost broken. I don't know whether a camera repair it. I might see. If it breaks any more, I might just take it off. I have some iron armor I can swap it for. But yeah, this is Tyler signing off. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you are new around here, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!